Did you start church online at your church thinking it would just be a temporary fix? Well, what if it's not? What if it could be strategic for you as a church to reach more people? Let's talk about it. Hey, my name is Alan George. I'm the church online pastor at Life.Church, and I know that many churches all over the world started church online for the very first time to be kind of this temporary fix while their buildings were closed. Well, what if it doesn't have to be temporary? What if this could be strategic in how you continue to further the mission that God's placed in your heart? That's what I want to talk about, and I've got 3 things that I'd love to share to help change our perspective. A question that I get asked, especially from pastors who are stepping into this new season of doing online ministry is, Pastor Alan, what do I do? Which technology, what platform, how do I start? I think that's a great question and a question we need to ask, but that's not the first question. The first question is always why? Why do we exist? Why are we doing church online? And it doesn't have to be a temporary part of our strategy. Because whether your strategy is to reach the world, or it could be a church planting move, or it could be simply to reach the people in your community, technology and leveraging the tools we have is a great way to maximize your reach. But it starts with the why. Identifying the why will give you clarity on your how and your what. So as a church, what's your vision? Why do you exist? Now, your vision and mission at your physical location doesn't have to be different from your online church. It can be the same thing because it is the same thing. It's you. It's a part of who you are. So start with the why. Once you've identified that, next thing is looking at the tools and the platforms you have available, because those will determine the different lanes you can run. So let's start with the service. If you want to host a service online, I always love recommending the Church Online platform because it's a platform that's created for the church by a church. I love that we can have church online. We can talk to people, pray with people, connect with people, help them take their next steps. People can start giving, they can start volunteering. So it's an incredible way for us to host our services online. You can also leverage social media, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and you can use those tools to also reach your community. So once you've identified the why, it allows you to figure out what your platforms need to be so that you can accomplish the vision that you have in place. And then here's my favorite part. We get to empower our church. Yes, you heard me right. If we want to reach a few people, you can just use a few people. But if you want to reach more people, we now have the opportunity to invite people within our churches to say, hey, do you have gifts and talents and skills that you want to put to use? Well, then come serve with me online. Because can you imagine the church being the church? Imagine living in one country and praying for someone else in a different country and building relationships and helping people grow together in their walk with Christ. That is possible. I've seen it year over year. Because here's the thing, it's not about the technology, it's not about us, it's about God. So whenever someone says, is this church online thing even real? Can God, can he do that? Can he work with that? He's God. He can use anything. He can use you. He can use me. He can use this conversation. You never know what God would do if we're willing to step out in faith. So my encouragement, start with the why, identify your vision, figure out what lane you want to run, which will help you determine what platform you want to use, and then empower your people because together we can reach this world for Christ. So I hope that's an encouragement to you to help you think past church online as a temporary fix to where it can be a permanent part of your strategy to reach people like never before. So I hope you enjoyed that video. We'd love the opportunity to stay connected with you. So make sure you hit subscribe and check out our channel because we've got a ton of resources for pastors and church leaders and ministry leaders. So make sure you see that, make sure you check it out and let us know in the comments if there are questions you want answered.